I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity.
Diddy and Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy.
Notice her arm is on the back of his.
I would feel like I failed as a father.
I think
if I'm sitting across from the table with a dude the same age as me, that's...
Katt has been spilling some serious gossip lately. He's been calling out Lori, saying she might be working as a high-class escort and Steve might be her pimp. Katt's been on a gossip spree these past few days, and now it seems like he's ready to take on Steve Harvey big time. Katt's got some wild stories about Steve and Lori. According to him, Steve sees Lori as just a business deal and has allegedly been setting her up with guys in the industry, including Diddy. Remember when Lori started dating Diddy right after Kim Porter passed away? Well, Katt says Steve orchestrated that whole thing. Now, Katt's going all out against Steve and Diddy, and he's not backing down. Did Steve really push Lori into getting involved with Diddy? That's what we're finding out. But of course, before we go any further, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's plunge in.
Like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good.
The thing about Diddy, he didn't make a big splash about it. He just kept pressing him, because what my friend Dr. Perry was telling was, why don't you just start? It's quicker, we can just start an app.
You know, anything I do is through love. That's what I evolved to be, and that's what I'm doing right now.
So, there's even more drama in the Steve Harvey family than we knew. Now Diddy is getting caught up in the mess. The Harvey family has been dealing with some tension for a while. Steve's biological kids feel like he's always favoring Marjorie and her kids, especially Lori. According to Katt Williams, there's a straightforward reason for that. He claims Steve has been allegedly pimping out Lori to different guys. If you look at it from the outside, it's pretty clear that Steve seems to prefer Lori over his own kids. He's been more involved in her life than with his own children. For instance, Steve's son Broderick mentioned that his dad was absent for the first 16 years of his life. And the plot thickens. There are reports that Steve didn't even show up for his twins' high school graduation. Yet when it came to Lori, he was all in, taking her on frequent father-daughter dates. An insider spills that this made Steve's biological daughters, especially the twins, feel neglected compared to Lori. But wait, there's more. Allegedly, Steve had a hidden agenda for those father-daughter outings. Rumor has it that during those dates, he was coaching Lori on how to snag and keep a man. Shockingly, it's not because he wanted to help her find a good guy. The insider claims Steve was allegedly preparing Lori to be pimped out to powerful men in the industry for the sake of clout and fame.
With Diddy.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you with JD ain't had enough. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri.
Lori seems to have had more dating opportunities than Steve's own daughters, and it's interesting because she was the only one taken on those father-daughter dates. Now, if you're wondering why Steve supposedly taught her and not his own daughters, the rumor is he thought Lori had a natural knack for it. It also didn't hurt that she's always been beautiful, attracting attention from men. Steve was apparently savvy about it and allegedly took advantage of her appeal. What's even more surprising is that his kids were supposedly aware of all this, creating a sibling rivalry between his daughters and Lori, who felt left out. Last year, an insider spilled the beans about tension in the family. The kids were apparently fed up with Lori hogging all the attention. The source acknowledged that Steve did the right thing by adopting Marjorie's kids and loving them like his own. However, there's a lot of discord among the blended Harvey clan. Jealousy has unfortunately lingered among the siblings, particularly towards Lori, who becomes the most famous of Steve's kids due to her high-profile love life. Katt Williams just entered the conversation and dropped some serious truth bombs about Steve Harvey. Let me tell you, he spilled some scalding tea on Steve's character. If you've been following Katt, you likely know that he's not Steve's biggest fan. It's not about competition in the comedy world, it's about a lack of respect for Steve. Katt's got high moral standards, and not many in the industry can measure up. You know how some celebrities seem to sell their souls for fame and fortune? Well, for Katt, it didn't even take a high bid because he believes there's some surprising stuff happening behind the scenes in the industry. Anyway, Katt has always thought Steve Harvey compromised his morals for the industry and lacked his own backbone. Things hit a new low for Katt when he realized Steve was allegedly stealing his jokes and passing them off as his own. That's a big no-no in Katt's book.
Like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless.
Lori?
I'm friends with the guy that started these schools, Steve Perry.
Yes.
He told me. And see, the thing about Diddy, he didn't make a big splash about it. He just kept pressing him, because what my friend Dr. Perry was telling was, why don't you just start, it's quicker, we can just start an after school.
Katt claims Steve used to come to his show just to steal his jokes, and he caught on early. But Steve didn't stop there. According to Katt, Steve even swiped his tough times story about being broke and living in a car. You know how Steve always talks about having just $35 to his name and living in his car. Well, Katt says Steve lifted that story too. According to Katt, Steve was never really broke or living in his car. But wait, there's more. Katt says Steve's been up to more than just stealing jokes and stories. Remember how Steve's other kids felt some kind of way about Lori's dating life being bigger than theirs? Katt spills that Steve's got a hand in Lori's relationships, allegedly even pimping her out to different guys. And one of those guys, according to Katt, was Diddy. Remember when Lori started dating Diddy in 2019? It was unexpected to say the least, with Lori at 22 and Diddy pushing 50. The 28-year age gap is already strange, but it gets even weirder when you realize Diddy was in his late 20s with a 5-year-old son when Lori was born. That means Diddy's son was older than his new girlfriend. According to Katt, what makes it even weirder is that Diddy knew Lori when she was a teenager because Diddy and Steve moved in the same circles. Even if they weren't best friends, Diddy was allegedly acquainted with Lori when she was still a minor. Creepy stuff, according to Katt.
There's Lori Harvey, you know, Steve Harvey's 22-year-old stepdaughter, in New York looking super happy. And there's Diddy looking, nervous.
So this is fueling the dating rumors that have been going on for a few weeks now.
Katt claimed that Lori didn't really have a choice in her relationship with Diddy because Steve allegedly pushed her into it. What adds to the strangeness is that Lori started dating Diddy only a few months after his ex, Kim Porter, passed away. When Kim was alive, Lori had a good relationship with her and was visibly upset when Kim passed. Lori even paid her respects in a now-deleted Instagram post where she expressed difficulty processing Kim's demise. It's curious, considering Lori began dating Kim's ex only a couple of months after her passing. Was Lori being two-faced, or was the relationship against her will? According to Katt, it's the latter. He claimed that Steve took advantage of Kim's passing to insert Lori into the picture. Katt emphasized how bizarre it was for Steve to allegedly pimp Lori out to Diddy, especially given Diddy's less than stellar reputation. While the public might not have known the extent of Diddy's issues until Cassie's lawsuit, those in Diddy's inner circle supposedly had an idea. According to Cassie, it was an open secret that Diddy was physically abusive to his girlfriends, including her, Kim Porter, and his first baby mama, Misa Hilton. However, Steve allegedly didn't care about that. He just wanted Lori to be associated with a big industry name to boost his own reputation. Once Lori made her relationship with Diddy public, she suddenly deleted the tribute she had posted for Kim Porter from her Instagram. The couple was seen together less than 6 months after Kim's passing.
Wow. But I've always wanted to know, what is like the biggest misconception about who Lori Harvey is?
It's so funny because I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've heard I've dated a father and son before.
People were expecting Steve to step in and put a stop to the drama, but according to Katt, he wasn't one of those folks. Katt believed from the get-go that it was a strange relationship with Steve's fingerprints all over it. And lo and behold, it didn't take long before we saw Steve and Marjorie vacationing with Lori and Diddy. Not only were they aware of the relationship, but they seemed to give it their full approval, as Diddy and Lori were openly affectionate. While all this was disturbing, what really caught people's attention was the color of Lori's nail polish. Every time she was out with Diddy, she had on white nail polish.
Of his life.
I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16. Right?
But that's not all, because there are reports that he didn't.
Now, Cassie's lawsuit claimed that Diddy made her wear white nail polish because he liked the contrast against the dark skin of male escorts he allegedly forced her to be intimate with.
This is not a $100,000 donation, folks. This is millions of dollars of his own.
Cassie wasn't the only one, though. Rumors circulated that he did the same thing to Young Miami, as fans noticed her sporting white nail polish whenever she was with Diddy. This fueled speculation that Diddy might have involved Miami in similar activities. When Lori stopped wearing white nail polish after her breakup with Diddy, fans speculated she might have witnessed some unsettling things. According to Katt, Steve didn't seem to care about what Lori might be going through with Diddy as long as she was with him and linked to him. Katt went after Steve Harvey, calling him out for being selfish and allegedly pimping Lori out to Diddy, despite knowing the kind of person Diddy was. Katt claimed that Diddy wasn't the only man Steve allegedly pimped Lori out to. He also mentioned other men, including Michael B. Jordan. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.